How you doing this week? Hope you had a good weekend, man. I had a great time yesterday at the Tennessee Titans game. John Coble couldn't make it. He told me, I think, on Friday. And so journeying up to Nashville, Tennessee on the pedestrian bridge, man, is a great place to preach, man. Just all these people coming right at you up the pedestrian bridge on the other side towards the stadium. It's just unbelievable. It goes on for basically about 3 hours. Stand there and preach. Man, you could have a good team up there passing out tracts and talking to people and preaching. It was great. Had a good time. So hope you did too. Hope you got out somewhere and preached this past week. So anyway, hey, we'll talk about this coming week and the games going on. We've got, let me see. I'm going to look at this on the link. The link is on the video. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on Saturday. 1, 2, 3, 4 on Sunday games. Plenty of opportunity out there. Click on the link on this video, on this what do you call live feed. You'll come to the link. It's got all the games on there, and then you see somebody's name highlighted in bold blue. Click on them. That'll take you to their event page and how to contact them. That's the goal here. If there's an event in your area, click on the link to find out and contact them to join them at the game, potentially join them at the game. If there's a game in your area, stadium or arena, really at this point, football, or I think NHL started too, NBA, and you want to go preach at it, you don't know how, call me. Call me in 30 minutes. We can tell you where to stand and so forth and where to go preach, and you'll be ready to go. As soon as they play the next game, you'll be out there. That's the goal. Preach the gospel to these souls. That's the goal. The Great Commission at work. Get out there and preach Christ when these people gather together to go to these big sporting events. Brian, how you doing? Back at Amen Corner. Amen, bro. That's right. That's right, man. So, man, that's the goal. Preach the gospel. Lord willing, we'll be with Brian and friends at the College Football Championship, January 7 to 10 up there in Indianapolis. He's doing a great job recruiting people to preach up there at the Indianapolis Colts games. Amen Corner up there. I think you've had 5 or more people every time, basically. And then we got a good decision, long story short, so he could get cover all 4 corners at this particular intersection there at Lucas Oil Stadium. Again, Lucas Oil Stadium. See, this is what's so beautiful about these stadiums and arenas. You can get in a place that typically is a place at these places where most of the fans come into. Obviously, you have the gate, but most people coming to the gate pass by a couple of places. And so you got a stadium of 70, 80, 90,000 people or a 20,000 person arena. You can get in a good spot and catch a third, a half to 3/4 of the people. That's a lot of people. A lot of people out there. So then you got, like in Brian's case, you got a good team out there covering the corners. I mean, people notice, the police notice, the ticket scalpers notice, everybody else. This is why we preach, be consistent in these games. But all these same people are out there. And then if you live in a city, Indianapolis or other places where there's multiple big sporting events that go on, hey, you just continuing to saturate the city through these sporting events. In Atlanta, that was a lot of what went on when I was there. Basketball games and concerts at Phillips Arena, football to Georgia Dome. You know, my buddy Chap and I, we went to the Braves games at Turner Field early on in this until they didn't attract anybody anymore, basically. But hey, man, we were reaching the city and then throwing a couple concert venues. Man, you're covering your bases. It's kind of that simple, but you got to schedule your life to get after it and do it. So anyway, hey, man, great opportunities these sporting events present. So if you are in a city and near one of these guys on the list, which I'm going to read in a minute, contact them to go see what's going on, man. They'd love to meet you. You meet them. You'd love to labor together, Lord willing. And then you can start to get a visual on how the sports world attracts people and how we can reach them with the gospel. That's the mission, right? The Great Commission mission. Here's a list. Saturday starts off with Devon Webb at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, Wisconsin. Matthew Redondo at Arizona State at Tempe. Ryan Clark at the Oregon game in Eugene, Oregon, 12:30. Samuel Harris at MTSU, 2:30 kickoff. The times on this link are local times. They're not all Eastern times. Jerry Collins back at the Bakersfield College at 3 p.m. David Day, Scott Roney at Auburn at 6 p.m. Caden Hood at Florida Atlantic. Boca Raton, Florida. Caden's new, 6 p.m. Tommy Waltz and the crew up there will be at the NC State game, 7:30 kickoff. And Michael Coughlin and the crew up at Ohio State will be there at 7:30 p.m. Lord willing Saturday. Then Sunday, We have looks like a 10:30 kickoff. Brian 9 Indianapolis Colts game. Hope that's correct. Tim Ferguson 1 p.m. at the Falcons game. David Robert 3:25 p.m. kickoff at the Saints game in New Orleans. Doc Shank and Dave at the Minnesota Vikings game at 7:20 p.m. kickoff. Click on the link, you'll come right to it. It's an unbelievable opportunity out there to preach the gospel. And then also in the email, if you scroll on down, you'll see what's next. NHL, the SFOI 1000 NHL program kicking off. They've started the season, I think. Heath Puchel and sermon prep for open air preachers. We're in week 3, but all the sessions are recorded. You can, if you fully register, you'll have access to all the sessions, and Heath can also help coach your one-on-one. College Football Conference Championship weekend, December 3rd and 4th. College Football Bowl season begins December 17th to January 4th, and then the College Football Championship in Indianapolis. And then we move on into the Super Bowl weekends. But all the upcoming events through next summer are on the email. So if you're getting the email, click the email. It should come to your inbox. Sometimes these things go to spam. If you're not getting the email, the top of the link, it says join our email list. Click on that, Lord willing, that should get you signed up. Hey, man, don't let the weekend pass without preaching the gospel somewhere. Again, check the link, join somebody. If you've got a stadium or arena near you and you don't want to preach at it with you, then call me. I can talk to you about it and get you out there this weekend. So many souls, I'm telling you. I was there at Nashville on Sunday, and been preaching every other week or so at UT. And this kid walks by and goes, "Hey, were you on campus last week?" And I looked at him, and I couldn't see any identifying things. I didn't know what he was talking about. I said, "Where were you?" And he pointed, he had on a UT hat. He go, yeah, I was. So see, that kid's a student in Knoxville, Nashville, about a 3-hour drive for the Titans game. Second time to hear the gospel within a week. This is the beauty of preaching at these events and being out there preaching the gospel all the time at these events. Man, come on. Let's get into the game here. Let's start working on the Great Commission, claiming Christ, and then being there in the middle to minister to people when they have questions. And if they're ready for discipleship, hand them off to somebody who's good at discipling. That's it. You guys keep preaching. Life is but a vapor. Don't waste it.